Mr. Alex and Anisha aren't here, so he's saying if they're not here when we start, don't welcome them. And if Mr. Alex is still not here by the time we have to call him up, call Mr. Sharma.
Okay, during that time. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Aviral from MYP-3, moving into MYP-4, hopefully after today.
I'm Sakshi, Spanish language facilitator.
And we welcome you to the Festival of Learning.
Welcome honored guests, parents, and our esteemed chairman, Mr. Sharma, our school director, Mr. Alex, our secondary principal, Ms. Sonali, our secondary and primary coordinators, and extended leadership team. We are delighted to have you all join us today for our annual Festival of Learning, a celebration of the knowledge and skills our students have gained over the past year. The Festival of Learning is a cherished tradition at our school, held on the last day of the academic year to mark the culmination of our students' learning journey. This timing allows us to reflect on and celebrate the growth and achievements of our students as they showcase their learning and creativity and bring parents on board as important stakeholders. Through interactive exhibits, live demonstrations, and thought-provoking presentations, our learners have the opportunity to share their deep understanding of subjects ranging from digital design to individual and societies, maths, science, and whatnot.
Our students have poured their hearts and minds into preparing dynamic, hands-on exhibits that truly bring their learning to life. These young scholars are eager to showcase their knowledge and creativity throughout the festival. This event embodies our commitment to fostering a love of learning and empowering our students to become engaged and well-rounded individuals. Today, we celebrate not just the outcomes of their hard work, but the entire learning process, evidencing their journeys and milestones. Our students have been hard at work, exploring a diverse range of subjects and honing their skills. Here are some of the highlights. In mathematics, we have divided the room into different sections where you can engage in hands-on practice, learning interesting mathematical tricks, witness mathematics and technology, play board games, and explore digitally designed playgrounds by our students as part of their interdisciplinary unit.
In language acquisition, our students are embracing innovative approaches, promoting multilingualism, utilizing technology with QR codes to showcase their work, and incorporating music, creativity, and gamification to make language learning an engaging and enriching experience.
The design students will showcase an impressive array of work, from toddler toys, inclusive digital playgrounds, to solutions like programmed drones for disaster rescue, 3D printed accessibility ramps, and air writing with gestures. Our budding F1 champions will also share their journey, while our cyber warriors provide valuable online safety tips across the campus.
Our art students will be displaying their work from the art club in the MPH. This exhibition showcases their skills in freehand drawing, sketching, rendering, and impasto.
For drama, the Street Play Cast Group has created a performance to support the animal welfare and spread awareness about the pressing issue of animal cruelty. Through their compelling work, they hope to inspire action and progress in protecting animal welfare.
And now, with great honor, I would like to invite our esteemed school director, Mr. Alex, to share a few words with us. Please give Mr. Alex a warm welcome.
Good morning, parents, Mr. Sharma, faculty members, and all our dear students. Today is the last day of not just the month of May, but the academic year. So I know people are looking forward to what comes after 1:30. But we are here for a very exciting day. As a school, our motto has been reimagining learning. And we were just there at 8 o'clock inaugurating the collaborative science project and interacting with our diploma program year one students. And the kind of ideas that some of them had was really fascinating. They've integrated different aspects. So if you get a chance, please watch that if you can on the second floor too. They've incorporated different aspects to create sustainable cities for the future. We all know that global warming is a reality we are all suffering from. We also know that space is limited. We also understand that we are encroaching upon so much of the natural resources that, we have to push our next generation, that is the students who are sitting here, to encourage them to be able to think and come out with ideas that are revolutionary, ideas that push not just them to think about grades as the end all of their learning, but what do you do with the learning? So I would encourage the parents who are here, all of us as teachers too, educators, to ask the questions, the important questions to the students that what's been your learning. But I think the more important question is, where do you take your learning from here? The IB celebrates not just the process, not just the end product. So, don't be happy if you created a very good working model, students, but think that where can you take this further? So one of the questions that I was asking of a couple of the groups upstairs right now with the science project was, where do you see, like there was this one group which was talking about creating something by which you can transfer and move mechanical energy to electrical energy to generate electrical energy. Very creative idea. But can you actually take it, okay, the science project is over on 31st of May and then you walk off and then it's forgotten. So I was even talking to the head of the science department that can we actually think that we can implement this further. Now I'm going to encourage all of you students to think that if you have worked on something and Mr. Sumit, Ms. Khushbu and your coordinators, your mentors have told you this good, can you work on it in the holidays to see how you can evolve and actually use that to make a more creative piece? Or can you actually better it? That is reimagining learning. That is pushing your own boundaries. Otherwise, it's just a waste, because you've done something, you shut it and forget it. So that's my encouraging thoughts to you. And I would encourage parents that, the school can do this much work, but you and we all together can help create an environment even at home to challenge them and push, to ask them those questions that where do you take your learning from beyond 31st of May to the next level? Is there something that you can do to scaffold it to a higher level which is beneficial? So that's a bit for you all. Have a wonderful day of learning and questioning and, looking at each other's projects and seeing what's really good. A lot of appreciation to the coordinators, Mr. Sumit, to Ms. Khushbu, to Ms. Namrata, Ms. Jyoti. All of their ideas have worked. The heads of departments have worked incredibly hard, as well as every member in the secondary faculty. Thank you so much for all the hard work that you've put together. I think even before we go and see that, can we all give them a round of applause? I think all of us as parents, as educators, we need to really applaud what we are. We're very proud of what you all have done and are going to showcase to us. And we look forward to the conversations that we have with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your words, Mr. Alex. Your insights inspire us all.
Let's give him another round of applause. Now, let's kick things off with a musical performance for our MYP band as they perform Hallelujah, which they previously prepared for the French students that visited our school, and we had our francophone assembly. And later, the French students and faculty joined us in celebrating Holi, a true delight. Today, we have Neil Singh on the piano, Rananjay Singh on the drums, Aditya Pratap Singh on the bass, Kaina Chugh, Nakshatra Sharma, and Rishabh Gupta on the vocals. Let's welcome them on stage.
Check. 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 I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? And it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah, hallelujah, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to her kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah, hallelujah, Maybe I've been here before. I've seen this room and I walk this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. I've seen your flag on the marble arch, but love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah, hallelujah, Maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. It's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not somebody who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
What a lovely performance that was. Please give them a round of applause.
And now, get ready to be inspired as we welcome our MYP coordinator, Mr. Sumit, our MYP mathematics teacher, Ms. Ruchika, our MYP 4 parent, Ms. Mehak, and student speaker, Rashmi Nair, from MYP 3 to share their passion for learning and how it will transform in the future. Let's hear from them what learning looks like and what learning will look like in Prometheus in future.
Mic on.
Good morning. The purpose of us coming together on the stage is to bring 4 important stakeholders in learning: the student, the teacher, the parent, of course, and someone who probably makes some decisions of what learning can look like. So in other words, this is a coming together of 4 very important stakeholders who perhaps only meet at 2 instances. One, when there's probably a problem, and secondly, when there's a parent-teacher meeting. But we hardly talk about what is learning for us. What is it going to look like, right? So we don't talk about our inherent ideas. So we are only perhaps representatives. We are not comprehensive enough is what I would say as a limitation. But we surely are here to provoke some thoughts on what learning looks like, because the world is changing. On that note, I'll invite Rashmi to answer the first question.
So what I think learning would be like in the future, right now, is not just about intellectual growth. I believe that it's also about embracing a dynamic set of values. I think learning should be allowing us to be more open-minded and more of a critical thinker. These are 2 key components of the IB Learner Profile, which is a guide to holistically develop and embrace new values. I believe that learning should be a way to augment our understanding of the world. Students here will believe that learning is simply cramming for a test the next day, but I'm strongly disagreeing with that idea. I believe that memorizing mathematical formulas for a test the next day isn't going to make much of a difference beyond your grades, but I believe that doing something greater for a greater purpose, like teaching it to someone, is going to change a lot of things, maybe their lives, their careers. So in conclusion, I believe that learning should allow us to develop as a person, not just with our brains. And I believe that it should allow us to make a global difference.
According to me, learning is the heartbeat of education. And as an IB educator, I find it pulsating through every classroom, every interaction, and every discussion. But what does learning truly mean to me? It's the moment when student eyes widens with wonder and they ask why and how. It's the moment when students ran in the corridor to find clues to solve murder mystery. Learning happened. It's the moment when they classroom and presented their project of different SDGs. Learning happened. It's the moment when on this very stage they performed Shakespeare and it was a miracle and learning happened. It's the moment when they reflected back on their journey and recorded their very first podcast. Learning happened. So in conclusion, learning isn't confined to classroom. It spills into life itself. And I'm sure each one of us are going to witness this year's celebration of learning in today's event.
Good morning, everyone. So for me, as a parent of today, we face quite a few challenges with our children. But when I think of learning, is learning just content or is it more than that? And what is that more? So well, when I reflect on this, I feel Prometheus has helped me answer this question by embedding skills, that passion, love for sports in my child. And when I see that, my son is very passionate about sports. So when I see him managing his time, organizing his academics, everything, for me, that is learning. When he does all of that independently. So to conclude, learning is just not a lone exercise of academics. It's coming together of abilities, skills, character. And so for me, learning is a process that goes on. Yes, thank you.
So learning is a culmination of the answer to the why I'm here. The point of learning is not just knowing what exists, but knowing why it exists. Why do I need to know this? To quote a conversation I was having with a student, and they were explaining a scientific theory to me, the question I could ask them was, why do I need to know this? Why is it that this theory is a part of your, perhaps, syllabus? In other words, learning goes way beyond just what is told to you. However, assessment of learning also goes beyond just exams. And well, learning sometimes, as a word, we forget the L in it, and it all becomes about earning marks and not really about learning at all. So in other words, learning is way beyond marks for sure, but yes, it's about skills, and I think I would agree with all of us saying that it's all about the skills of the future, and that's what we are heading to as our next question. Because learning has changed. So the next question that we are answering for us is, what will learning look like? Now, learning with AI, learning with technology, learning with so many other things will look very different. If you see our education 10 years ago, 20 years ago to what it is, it's massively changed. Learning, perhaps subjects might change. We may not have English classes, we may not have math classes. What we might require is collaborative classes, perhaps. Classes where we can come together and talk. Because the world is facing climate change. We all see the temperatures. So learning will become more about issues. Learning will become more about understanding that we have to understand each other. And learning will become more about coming together than to be on our separate journeys of getting to a point where we don't know. It's about coming together. At school, at Prometheus, the push that we make towards students understanding their own selves, the way we encourage and we have flexibility of people who want to achieve sports, big things in sports, that is testament to the fact that we look at learning slightly differently, and we look at learning in a very holistic manner, and that's what the future of learning is. So where you are right now and where we are headed is the future of learning, really.
So what will learning look like in 2030 as a parent? So future seems very interesting to me. Well, my son will be in the next 2-3 years, he'll be out of here from now, facing the challenges of the world. And I feel AI will be the future. And the problems of the world will need solutions like Mr. Sumit mentioned. So I feel learning will look more like the schools will have to help them find solutions. And we as parents will have to be their cheerleaders, their counselors and guides in this ever transitioning world. And that will be a great learning for us indeed. Yes.
So I second all the thoughts that are put on stage right now. And I feel like learning will be highly personalized in near future. And students will get, personalized, because we will have to leverage AI to analyze students' data, preferences, and their learning needs and all. And, to tailor, AI will help assist in tailoring the personalized plans and assessments, even assessments. And assessment, if I talk about formative assessment, which are diagnostic in nature, AI will assist in providing instant feedback to our students. So in conclusion, classrooms will be more globally connected, and it will be a truly global community in future.
Well, by 2030, I'd have graduated school, and I'd no longer be a school student, I'd be a university student, because I'd be midway through university. And by then, I'm sure things would have dramatically changed. It's like 6 years into the future, and in the last half decade, we've witnessed quite a number of changes with regards to AI and other technologies. So I believe that AI will be a proponent of change within the next half decade, I guess. And it will allow us to personalize experiences, like Ms. Vichika said, and we'll be able to learn more about students, and we'll be able to tailor the syllabus to them rather than to the common need of the class. I'm looking forward to technology being embraced rather than avoided. Right now, AI is being a little bit pushed away because of its harms, like, academic dishonesty. But I'm looking forward for AI to be embraced for its goods, like its efficiency and ability to help the students. So I'm also looking towards other technologies being used like VR and AR. They're already used in a couple of different fields like food menus and online shopping experiences to get a feel for the product before you actually buy it. I like to see that in technology to get a more of a hands-on experience rather than having the physical product which takes a lot of time to create. Technological products and digital products will take much less time to create, and I think that's going to be the future of education. Thank you.
So in closing, like in this short snippet, we saw that there are so many things that will come up. The life is going to be about the student, and if you saw, there are two things I want to highlight right now. The conversation began with the student and ended with the student, and that's what we want to do. We want to have everything around the student, and as we all are agreeing, that will be about personalizing the journey for the student. It will be about creating things that we need, and technology will only enable us, it will not disable us for sure. So on that note, thank you so much for listening to us, and let's move further on the opening. Thank you.
Wow, what a profound discussion with all the stakeholders. One line that sums up this discussion: learning is in the process of our own discovery and building the self to deal with the future.
Now, let's give a round of applause as we welcome our talented students of MYP-4, Aditya Pratap Singh and Shrihan Jha, who will treat us to a captivating recitation of 2 Hindi poems they've been passionately preparing for the love of the language.
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम आदित्य प्रताप सिंह है और मैं आज आप सभी के समक्ष एक कविता प्रस्तुत करने जा रहा हूँ। इस कविता का नाम है सब जाग रहे तू सोता रह और इस कविता के कवि हैं श्रीमान संदीप द्विवेदी जी। सब जाग रहे तू सोता रह, किस्मत को थामे रोता रह, जो दूर है माना मिला नहीं, जो पास है वो भी खोता रह। सब जाग रहे तू सोता रह, किस्मत को थामे रोता रह। लहरों पर मोती चमक रहे, झोंके भी तुझ तक सिमट रहे, ना तूफान कोई आने वाला सब तह तक गोते लगा रहे, ना तूफान कोई आने वाला सब तह तक गोते लगा रहे। लहरें तेरे कदमों में हैं, तू नाव पकड़ बस रोता रह। सब जाग रहे तू सोता रह, किस्मत को थामे रोता रह। धूप अभी सिरहाने हैं, मौसम जाने पहचाने हैं, रात अभी तो घंटों हैं, बस कुछ पल दूर ठिकाने हैं। इतनी दूरी तय कर आया, 2 पग चलने में रोता है। सब जाग रहे तू सोता रह, किस्मत को थामे रोता रह। माना कि मुश्किल भारी है, माना कि मुश्किल भारी है, पर तुझ में क्या लाचारी है। ये हार बाहर की नहीं, भीतर से हिम्मत हारी है। उठ रहे यहां सब गिर गिर कर, ना उठ तू यूं ही लेटा रह। सब जाग रहे तू सोता रह, किस्मत को थामे रोता रह। सब जाग रहे तू सोता रह, किस्मत को थामे रोता रह, जो दूर है माना मिला नहीं, जो पास है वो भी खोता रह। सब जाग रहे तू सोता रह, सब जाग रहे तू सोता रह। धन्यवाद।
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम श्रीहान झा है। मैं कक्षा 9 में पढ़ता हूँ और आज मैं एक ऐसी ऐतिहासिक कविता सुनाने जाऊँगा जो आज के ज़माने में भी बहुत प्रासंगिक है। इस कविता का नाम कृष्ण चेतावनी है और अब मैं शुरू करूँगा। वर्षों तक वन में घूम घूम, बाधा विघ्नों को चूम चूम, सहधूप घाम पानी पत्थर, पांडव आए कुछ और निखर। सौभाग्य न सब दिन सोता है, देखें आगे क्या होता है। मैत्री की राह बताने को, सबको सुमार्ग पर लाने को, दुर्योधन को समझाने को, भीषण विध्वंस बचाने को, भगवान हस्तिनापुर आए, पांडव का संदेशा लाए। दो न्याय अगर तो आधा दो, पर इसमें भी यदि बाधा हो तो दे दो केवल 5 ग्राम, रखो अपनी धरती तमाम। हम वही खुशी से खाएंगे, परिजन पर असी न उठाएंगे। दुर्योधन वह भी दे ना सका, आशीष समाज की ले ना सका, उल्टे हरि को बांधने चला, जो था असाध साधने चला। जब नाश मनुज पर छाता है, पहले विवेक मर जाता है। हरि ने भीषण हुंकार किया, अपना स्वरूप विस्तार किया, डगमग डगमग दिग्गज डोले, भगवान कुपित होकर बोले, जंजीर बढ़ाकर साध मुझे, हाँ हाँ दुर्योधन बांध मुझे, ये देख गगन मुझ में लय है, ये देख पवन मुझ में लय है, मुझ में वीलिन झंकार सकल, मुझ में लय है संसार सकल, मुझ में सारा ब्रह्मांड देख, शतकोटि सूर्य शतकोटि चंद्र शतकोटि सरसंधु मंद्र, शतकोटि विष्णु ब्रह्मा महेश, शतकोटि विष्णु जलपति दिनेश, शतकोटि रुद्र शतकोटि काल, शतकोटि धंध लोकपाल, जंजीर बढ़ाकर साधने, हाँ हाँ दुर्योधन बांधने, भूलोक अतल पाताल देख, गत और अनागत काल देख, यह देख जगत का आदि सृजन, यह देख महाभारत का रन, अंबर में कुंतल जाल देख, पद के नीचे पाताल देख, मुट्ठी में तीनों काल देख, मेरा स्वरूप विकराल देख, बांधने मुझे तू आया है, जंजीर बड़ी क्या लाया है, यदि मुझे बांधना चाहे मन तो पहले तो बांध अनंत गगन, जो शून्य को साध ना सकता है वह मुझे बांध कब सकता है, हित वचन ना तूने माना, मैत्री का मूल ना पहचाना, तो ले अब मैं भी जाता हूं, अंतिम संकल्प सुनाता हूं, अब याचना नहीं अब रण होगा, जीवन जय या मरण होगा, टूटेंगे नक्षत्र सारे और आखिर तू भुंचाई होगा, हिंसा का पर्याय होगा। थी सभासन, सब लोग डरे, चुप थे या थे बेहोश पड़े। धन्यवाद।
Thank you for showcasing your amazing Hindi poem skills. They truly made me charge up for the day ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, to motivate us further with his encouraging words, it is my privilege to invite our school chairman, Mr. Sharma, on stage to share a few words with us as we embark on this celebration of academic excellence.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Festival of Learning. Wow, श्रीहन, मजा आ गया भाई. और किसी को आती है इस तरीके से? श्रीहन, आदित्य प्रताप सिंह, amazing poems, बहुत बढ़िया. The discussion on learning, how learning is going to be was amazing. Everything that we've seen so far is amazing, and I know that parents are eagerly waiting to see the Festival of Learning, what is there in the science exhibition and what their children have learned, in this academic year. But what I can tell you is that I have seen most of the students sitting here grow in this last academic year, grow as an individual. I know learning, again, everybody has their own pace of learning, but we have to, as parents and as educators, we have to respect their pace and work with them to help them get where they want to get, right? I always say this, that, so before I say that, I want to tell you that Prometheus School is a dream that has come true for me. And I know that there are many students here who have the potential to help Prometheus recognize its goals, to realize its goals, and the goals are becoming an entrepreneur or an Olympian. And I want to share this good information with the parents present here today, that one of our academy students in table tennis, Archana Kamath, she's made it to Indian Olympics team in table tennis. So it's a matter of pride for all of us, and I'm very confident that the students studying here, such as Yashaswin, whose parents are also relocated, they've relocated to Noida to get him the best training which is available at Prometheus Sports Academy. I know he's got a great potential. There are several other students, I can't name everybody, but I'm very, very happy to see each one of you do really well. I keep saying that dream big, because dreams transforms into thoughts, and thoughts result in actions. And that's essentially what you need to do. You need to know what you want to do. How do you get there? When you have a goal for yourself, you will automatically find a way to reach those goals. you were talking about learning, and I know I was very impressed with what Ruchika said. Sorry, Ruchi, I was confused. So Ruchika and Rashmi, you made very, very interesting statements about future of learning. I think that in the coming years in classrooms, you'll have pods, wherein you'll be interacting with computer. The teacher is going to be more of a facilitator. The teacher is more of counselor. It'll be more of a counselor role, right? Ensuring that everybody is doing what they're supposed to do. Everybody is going to be getting different set of questions. The pod would know what your level is. So, the topic would be same, but the way the pod would approach to teaching that concept to you would be different. And that's something that I think you'll start seeing in a couple of years from now. Adaptive learning is already there. There are different LMSs, that offer adaptive learning based on what the child is, where the child is at the current time. Let me ask students here, did you make good memories this last academic year? You will, when you grow up, when you are my age or 30, 40, 45, you will not remember the grade that you made in your subject or the marks that you received. But the good memories, the difference that you are able to make in the school, all the extracurricular, right? The impact on the society. Some of the projects Alex has already mentioned about in the science DP1 students have done are related to Sustainable Development Goal, goal number 11, which is United Nations SDG 11. They are meaningful projects. Students have learned, they know what is happening today. Yes, climate change is happening, they are working towards a solution, but those solutions already exist. What are you doing different? Something that already exists, if you come and present to us, your parents and we all know. We don't need your gyan. We need to see what is it that you are doing differently. Because we know that whatever information that exists today on planet Earth, you have access to it. Yes or no? Right? So start thinking about whatever that you want to do. Start thinking about how you can make a difference. Like Sumit said, question. You have to be able to ask, why are we doing what we are doing? Rashmi said, you shouldn't just mug up a, math formula and come prepared for the exam. You need to know why you are learning what you are learning. And when you understand that, you'll be able to, do things in a much easier way. Now, I want to congratulate Ms. Sonali, Mr. Abraham for, a fantastic academic year in secondary school, and congratulate them on this Festival of Learning. Our coordinators have played a very, very important role. Our school is what it is, not just because of students. It is at the center is students, but our teachers, our staff has made it possible. I want to request you all to give a big round of applause to our teachers. And I've said this in the past also. See, teachers are not 100% right all the time. I am not perfect. I will make mistakes. I may not be doing, everything in your view in a right way. Everybody has their own ways, right? And students may be able to connect well with one teacher and may not connect well with another teacher. But that is something that students, and I tell this to you, that you have to figure out what works for you. You have to, because in the world that you're going to live, you'll have to deal with all sorts of people. My request to parents is, please allow the teacher to do what they are doing. If there is a problem in terms of, it's not happening at the pace that we expect, again, I don't have words to say that, but you have to cooperate with the teachers, you have to work with the team here instead of making it difficult for us to function. There is no perfect teacher. How many of the parents here want their child to be a teacher? Excellent. I love it. There's one parent. Or two. I mean, if that was actually a hand that you raised, great. Teaching is not a sought after profession. We have to make teaching a sought after profession, and that is only possible if we are able to pay them well. Again, I'm not going to tell you how we are going to make that happen. At Prometheus, we'll make it happen. It'll happen. You'll have teachers, who are here by choice, who wanted to become a teacher, not become teacher, more of an accident. That I didn't have anything to, I took up teaching as a profession. I know most of the teachers that we have are teachers by choice. They chose teaching as a profession. Look at me. I never thought that I would become an educator. That said, I would like to request each one of the student to please engage yourself meaningfully in the summer break that you're getting. You don't have to go mug up anything, but create something. Do some project. Parents here can help you get some internship, right? Have a schedule in place. Don't just, glue yourself to laptops and, do whatever that you normally do. I would recommend parents to keep children away from computers as much as possible. All right, with that, thank you very much. Congratulations, and congratulations on moving up to the next grade. Thank you.
Thank you for your words, Mr. Sharma. Your vision and motivation always inspire our school community.
The next song that our band will be performing is our very own Prometheus song, The Pearls of Prometheus. We'll have Neil sing on the piano, Arjun Patni on the bass, Juwan on the drums, Rananjay sing on the guitar, along with our choir.
Check.
Check, check,
Check. 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 We enter through the learning gate. Together we collaborate. Tomorrow will be our creation. Learning is our humanitation. We are the pearls of Prometheus. We are the pearls of Prometheus. We bring glory and pride. No step that match us shine. We are the pearls of Prometheus. We are the pearls of Prometheus. We work to build up every skill. Join hands to climb up the hill. Like every color in the rainbow, our ideas always overflow. We are the pearls of Prometheus. We are the pearls of Prometheus. We bring glory and pride. No step can
Thank you, our choir, and Mr. Dhani to work closely with our students. The school song really brings out our thoughts as a community, keeping in mind that we really are all the pearls that shine bright in the world.
And now, please join me in welcoming our principal, Ms. Sonali Joshi, to the stage. We are delighted to have you address the audience today.
Good morning, everybody. It is truly an honor to be with all of you, to see the happy faces of our dear parents, beaming children, excellent faculty present here who's been so supportive. Mr. Sharma, Mr. Ibrahim, thank you. The last song that we heard, I think some of the parents may not know, it was composed by Ira Sharma, our chairman's daughter, who's studying music. And it was during COVID times that this song was created. And truly, it kind of resonates the thought of the pearls of Prometheus. And I think it is a very befitting closure as an event to the inauguration ceremony to tell who we are. When I look back at the last few days, where the children were preparing for this entire Festival of Learning immediately after their summative, I think a lot of hard work has gone into it. Right from the coordinators, to the HODs, to the entire Festival of Learning team in Ms. Sakshi, who was here as an MC, Ms. Ruchika, Ms. Anjali, the events team, Ms. Parul, Ms. Megha, Ms. Pratibha, all of us, under the able leadership of Sumit, who was standing throughout, to hold this, put the festival together. I think it is an amazing, amazing achievement at the inauguration. Such profound thoughts right from what learning means to us, which already Mr. Sharma has spoken about, to the artistic talents of our students, and to the rendition of the poetry, and especially in Hindi, which is such a backgrounded subject sometimes in international schools, where it is not recognized and Matrabhasha often loses its value. To get it back on stage with so much of passion by our students was really heartwarming for me. I think IB never says that we should not recognize our own native languages. It says that from local to global. And we definitely would look at Hindi, Sanskrit, and other languages to find more spaces in schools going forward. We must recognize, embrace them with as much beauty as we recognize other languages, which are definitely an add-on. Like whenever we talk about international trips, there are always different discussions. Have we seen India enough? Is one thought which comes. Let's explore what we have within and then definitely embrace what is there outside. Let's look at our country. Do we know it enough? Coming to Festival of Learning, I think Festival of Learning should happen every day. Each day is a Festival of Learning. Of course, we culminated today as a grand closure to the entire year, but I think for each one of us, every day should be a festival of learning. And with that, I thank all of you who made it here. Thank you, dear parents. It has been a wonderful year of conversations, of your feedback, of way forward, of sometimes giving you our shoulder to cry or to laugh or to get a pat on our backs. It is truly, truly an evolving process for us. Thank you for being there for us. Thank you, dear children, for this wonderful day that you have panned out for us. It's absolutely inspiring. Let's go on. We'll call Sumit to, is Sakshi doing it? Sorry. We'll call Sakshi to help us cruise through the day now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Joshi, for those insightful closing thoughts. Your leadership and vision have been instrumental in making this year's Festival of Learning such a resounding success.
Before we wrap up today's event, I'd like to take a moment to thank you all, our esteemed parents and the school leadership team for joining us. And now, please enjoy this special behind-the-scenes look at the preparation that went into making this year's Festival of Learning possible. For understanding what is where, I'd like to invite Mr. Sumit on stage.
Okay. I won't keep us long. I know we all want to see what really the festival learning is. There's a lot of prep that's gone on. Thanks, Shruti, for putting this together, this BTS video. So just to give you an outlay of what where is, basically, we are looking at two sets of things today, which is the portfolio and the academic subjects. For the portfolio, I'm saying things like design, visual art, drama, music, etc. All of that happens on the second floor and the fourth floor, while there's an exhibition in the MPH. So for the first hour, please look at drama, portfolio, music, design, etc. And there's a time that we have set out for the MPH exhibition only because we want to logistically manage all of our parents and for everybody to have a good chance at the exhibition in the MPH. Feel free to move around on the second and the fourth floor till about 10 o'clock, 10:20. After which, the third floor gets really busy because all of our academic subjects are on the third floor. So that's where the students will come. The rationale is because some students are doing portfolio and academic subjects, so they have to be at both places. So we are giving you time for the portfolio first, and then we move into the academic subjects for the last hour. And at about 11:10 is when we are looking at closing the festival. Yeah. Hope that's all right with everyone. Yeah, if you're confused at any point, please reach out to the students, reach out to us. We'll, of course, have you there. Yeah, and as mentioned earlier, students will disperse with you. So as you're leaving the festival at about 11:10, we would have the students disperse with you at about 11:10. All right? Have a great, great festival learning. I hope all of you take away a lot of experiences that you remember for the summer break and you make it meaningful as well. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you again, everyone. I request all parents to help themselves with coffee on the third floor while you visit the exhibitions and other spaces. Let the festivals begin.